This is Jupa Jordan here. This is another episode of TikTok Takes. Now, this one was pretty interesting. As we see here, Jason Tatum again surpasses LeBron in stats. You look, LeBron James fans are big stats fans. Basketball is a team sport, so championship doesn't matter. Heard you guys say that many, many times. So let's look at this here. Jason Tatum this year versus MVP LeBron James 2012. Now, Jason Tatum has better stats. Is Jason Tatum a better player? I'm not inclined to believe so. I know a lot of you guys, using your logic, that would be the case. I say, let's see the comments and see how these LeBron James fans are feeling. I also know the Celtics are a championship team, so I'm sure there's a lot of Celtics fans as well. So let's look at the comments. Looking at the comments, here are some ones that stuck out. This one here says, basically that the Celtics are hated, and if Jason Tatum was on the Lakers, he'd be more respected. The one on the bottom says, yes, he's a Celtics fan, but he thinks Jason Tatum is definitely better than LeBron James at this time. Or more, Jason Tatum right now is better than LeBron James at 2012, just in case you didn't really understand that. There are some fans basically acknowledging that it's easier to score more points nowadays. You got the one below it says different time, different eras, different play styles, don't compare them. Obviously these guys are just commenters, I don't know them, but I wonder if they're consistent in these ideas. I don't really know about all that. Tatum is in his prime right now, okay? 27 is like 32 now. I mean, just think about it. When we say Michael Jordan averaged 37 points in the flagrant foul era, where when you drove to the basket, you had the choice to actually hurt the driver or not. It wasn't like, okay, I'm going to contest the shot, and maybe if I fouled him, I fouled him. No, these guys were actually fouling him. And the thing about the flagrant foul versus a regular foul, they call the flagrant foul for damn near everything now. The real flagrant foul, a real flagrant foul, which a lot of you guys that watch basketball now don't really understand, is it doesn't get called. It wouldn't get called in those times. So when Jordan averaged 37 points and we say he could average 40, Shea Gilgeous, James Harden, holding other men's arms like little bitches, they're scoring points, and it's supposed to be harder now to score points. These guys literally get bailed out by the refs. You can make debates on whether MJ calls fouls or not fouls. These guys are literally hoeing the fans, hoeing the refs, hoeing the defenders, but they're great scorers. I'd be inclined to believe LeBron James is better than Jason Tatum 2012 versus right now. But you see, when you do this number stuff, it doesn't really work out for. Unfortunately, I didn't get all the screenshots I wanted. But these guys were saying how they used to play defense for real back in those days. Just going on and on about how it was harder to score then. But when you mention this stuff to these people who champion LeBron James' scoring, they ignore it. They don't want to hear it. I also think it's funny, that same era, 2012, 2011, you had older people, the same way we have older people now telling the Tatum fans, we have older people now telling the LeBron fans during that time, hey, look, man, they don't really play defense like that. The defense is getting worse and worse. If you don't know that the NBA has been trying to globalize its sport and make basketball a sport that Europeans can play and not just people from the hood or blacks, etc., then you got to do your research. You got to understand that they changed the game. They changed the game, and they want things to be easier and easier.